are the Maji sister wives. In our tribe, we really value Indigenous wifehood. My name is Asha Sekhmet, and I am a Tantra practitioner, an oracle, and my purpose is to do work in polygamy, sovereignty, tribalism, and community building. I'm going to talk today about the reason that we switched from polygyny to polyamory. Now, in my original initiations, I was taught polyamory as a way for evolvement of the souls of a human being and to be able to complete your incarnation cycles. It's a part of this life system that we practice in the Maji sister wife tribe. However, I then, through those initiations in my own study, which directly correlated to my purpose, was to study the family structures that we practice naturally as Indigenous people, which would be variations in forms of group marriages, plural marriages, and polygamy. So what I did was I was educated on first how to do that in a structured form with other women coming together on the shared love of a man and husband sharing. So that was the first half of my learning in polygamy and group marriages. Now, the transition was to then take the structure and the information of that and to expand it to where we are today, which is polyamory. Now, these terms are flawed. There's gaps and there's holes because we are applying Indigenous practices to a modern language. So let's just go back where I am today. All right, just in my own personal evolution. I was polygynous because I saw a way for our community to solve the problems that we have with single motherhood, with fatherless homes. And I saw a way of unity and coming together in a community in the perspective of sharing husbands. However, that's just one piece of the solution because there are laws in place in which you have to uphold, or you cannot actually get something like that. So the law of cause and effects, the law of reciprocity, the law of ma'at, truth, justice, harmony, cosmic order, and balance. So that means there's an aspect of this in a community perspective that will involve wife sharing. Now, they practice wife sharing across the world in many different countries. And historically, wife sharing has been a marital practice. Polyandry. I had the least amount of study in polyandry. So where I am today in my evolution was to evolve into learning it by experience and by way of being guided by the Most High, by the Spirit, and by my own tribe and what I'm doing here with the sister wife tribes. So the gaps that we see in trying to identify and define the variations of polygamy and group marriages is simply that the most advanced technology on this planet is just that: community constructing and family nation building. That's the most advanced technology on this planet. Why? Because human beings are very complex entities. So if we go back to understanding that, I woke up one day from doing my polygyny work. I was doing it for a year and it meant everything to me. And one day I just woke up because I received a download that continuing this will not get you a community. It will result in the repeated cycles of possession, ownership, and potentially oppressing women. So I had to transition out of that, and then most importantly, feminism, because it breeds resentment in women when they are forced to be in an unbalanced or a not reciprocal polygamous dynamic. Some women can definitely love one man and that is her life, but it would hinder. Basically, it's saying that to have a structure like polygyny in a community and saying that that's the only marital system that can be practiced, it goes against natural law. It goes against natural law, the laws that govern the universe of reciprocity, because it's basically saying that only men are allowed to evolve to the highest level of godhood. And that is wrong, right? So we're talking about for the laws that govern the universe, and for particularly the sister wife tribe, we have a life system that is based on those laws. We do not practice any formalized religion, or we do not follow any holy texts or biblical texts. So that means that we have to uphold the laws of the universe. So these would be the 7 Hermetic laws, is one way to refer to them. So in doing that, I had to learn the proper way to do wife sharing. Because when we're talking about polyamory, we're not talking about casual sexual mating between humans. That is juvenile, and that is pretty much what you have today in the modern world. That's not polyamory. So we're talking about a tribalistic, polyamorous, adult level, community centered. It would be women being wives to multiple men in their community. And this would be the most evolved women, the women with the highest spiritual gifts, the women with very talented skills that bring an immense amount of value to the community. And it would be necessary that she has a relationship with more than one man that also brings value to the community in a way that you wouldn't get if you didn't get the pair between her and those men. So it's something much greater, right? It's something bigger than any individual. So that was one reason that I was instructed to switch from polygyny to polyamory. And we have to be clear that the only reason that I'm saying switch, because I've been polyamorous and I was initiated in that, I switched the language because of human consciousness and understanding. However, they all have variations of the same thing. And this is what's been communicated with me, because that's my gift is in community blueprint, like how to actually build a community and nation. That's my specialty. And that's actually why I'm here on this planet, because that's what I do. So all of these terms and people being divisive or clinging on to the definitions of them as if they're some type of cult or a community is flawed. That's just a human consciousness, right? So we're talking about developing a God-like mentality in a community in which people know that they are God. You do not worship something outside of yourself. And seeing yourself as God is seeing yourself as an intricate part of the whole. When we're talking about a community that uphold all 7 laws, you would see that both men and women have a path, a blueprint that they can, both sexes can evolve to the highest level capacity here on earth as a human. That would involve wife sharing and husband sharing. We're talking about something very advanced. So the other information that I received and why I was told to switch my language was because if you have a community that just practice husband sharing and women are not allowed to have more than one lover, then you have an hindrance of male evolution because it breeds the male ego. So then that goes back to the laws. It goes back to the laws. That's why you can't deviate from them. Cause and effect. So you hinder the evolution of female growth and evolution, then that's going to come right back to the male side. So that breeds ego, competition amongst brothers in the community, and ultimately the demise of a community after so many generations. You get feminism, you get misogyny out of it, lower functioning human behavior out of that. That's what you get out of it. If we're upholding both female evolution and male evolution, then you would naturally see communities coming together in something profound as a sovereign nation. That's how you would get it, because the driving force behind a community is love. So the variations of the relationships that the humans have amongst the opposite sex with each other, that is going to fuel the community constructing and helping preserving the quality of the next generation of the children, and ensuring that the children also have a healthy blueprint to learn how to trust the opposite sex, how to also embody wifehood, embody husbandhood. Now, let's get to Indigenous wifehood. Indigenous wifehood is about women developing wife skills that is surpassed average, ordinary, traditional. It is the highest level of wife skills. And this is what we represent here in a Maji sister wife tribe. We represent superior women. We represent high levels of orgasmic abilities, high spiritual abilities. So this means that we have a blueprint in which a woman could follow to become the highest level of wifehood and wife skills a female human could have. It is the true empowerment of a woman is through that. That's the highest title that you have, and that is what we embody here in our tribe. So who are the Maji sister wives? We are a group of Indigenous women who embody the highest and greatest capacity of wifehood that can be exemplified from female humans on planet Earth. We have the highest level of orgasmic abilities. We have the highest level of family and community abilities, constructing, coming together, and standing in the highest level of sisterhood. So I am going to be having my wife trainings coming up. Indigenous wifehood. We do not practice traditionalism. We do not practice any religious form of wifehood. We practice Indigenous wifehood based on our life system. If you would like to join the upcoming trainings, you can reserve on www.AshaSekhmet.com, And if you're interested in any one-on-one working with me, I have femininity coaching and womanhood initiations. Please reach out to me and tell me what you're looking for, and if you're interested in becoming a part of the tribe. I'll see you all in the next video.